In a portrait, you have room to have a point of view. The image may not be literally what's going on, but it's representative. Nature is so powerful, so strong. It takes you to a place within yourself. One doesn't stop seeing, one doesn't stop framing. It doesn't turn off and turn on. It's on all the time. A photograph is just a little teeny weeny small piece of life. I feel like I see so much more than what I can actually get. Everyone has a point of view. Some people call it style, but what we're really talking about is the guts of a photograph. When you trust your point of view, that's when you start taking pictures. I wish that all of nature's magnificence, the emotion of the land, the living energy of place could be photographed. Computer photography won't be photography as we know it. I think photography will always be chemical. What I end up shooting is the situation. I shoot the composition, and my subject is going to help the composition or not. When I was younger, I did things with a camera I would not do by myself. I went down to the docks in San Francisco and asked a fisherman if he would take me out on his boat. I would never do that without a camera. There is a myth that the portrait photographer is supposed to make the subject relax, and that's the real person. But I'm interested in whatever is going on, and I'm not that comfortable myself. A photograph is just a tiny slice of a subject, a piece of them in a moment. It seems presumptuous to think you can get more than that. All dancers are, by and large, a photographer's dream. They communicate with their bodies, and they are trained to be completely responsive to a collaborative situation. In this day and age of things moving so fast, we still long for things to stop, and we as a society love the still image. Every time there is some terrible or great moment, we remember the stills. What I am interested in now is the landscape, pictures without people. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually there are no people in my pictures. It is so emotional. The subjects felt more comfortable if they played the role than if they had to be themselves. If I didn't have my camera to remind me constantly, I am here to do this, I would eventually have slipped away. I think I would have forgotten my reason to exist. I'm pretty used to people not liking having their picture taken. I mean, if you do like to have your picture taken, I worry about you. I was scared to do anything in the studio because it felt so claustrophobic. I wanted to be somewhere where things could happen and the subject wasn't just looking back at you when you are on assignment. Film is the least expensive thing in a very practical sense. Your time, the person's time, turns out to be the most valuable thing. The work which is manipulated looks a little boring to me. I think life is pretty strange anyway. It is woo, woo, woo. It's hard to watch something go on and be talking at the same time. I love having the photograph in my hand. I love looking at the photograph. I love looking at a box of photographs. I just love the still photograph. I'd like to think that the actions we take today will allow others in the future to discover the wonders of landscapes we helped protect but never had the chance to enjoy ourselves. When I say I want to photograph someone, what it really means is that I'd like to know them. Anyone I know I photograph. I'm more interested in being good than being famous. When I started working for Rolling Stone, I became very interested in journalism and thought maybe that's what I was doing, but it wasn't. The pictures of my family were designed to be on a family wall. They were supposed to be together. It was supposed to copy my mother's wall in her house. I sometimes find the surface interesting. To say that the mark of a good portrait is whether you get them or get the soul. I don't think this is possible all of the time. A lot can be told from what happens in between the main moments. Everyone keeps asking you for pictures, and after a while, you get tired of that. I always say they are in the archives. There must be a reason why photographers are not very good at verbal communication. I think we get lazy. Photography's like this baby that needs to be fed all the time. It's always hungry. I shoot a little bit, maybe 2 rolls, medium format, which is 20 pictures, and if it's not working, I change the position. As you get older, you have different tools, and you learn to use photography differently. My hope is that we continue to nurture the places that we love, but that we also look outside our immediate worlds. I feel a responsibility to my backyard. I want it to be taken care of and protected. When you are younger, the camera is like a friend and you can go places and feel like you're with someone, like you have a companion. I've always cared more about taking pictures than about the art market. I don't have to lives. This is one life, and the personal pictures and the assignment work are all part of it. Sometimes I enjoy just photographing the surface because I think it can be as revealing as going to the heart of the matter. When you involve people, they come out. You see them. You get to see their sense of humor. I am impressed with what happens when someone stays in the same place and you took the same picture over and over, and it would be different every single frame. I still need the camera because it is the only reason anyone is talking to me. It's a heavy weight, the camera. Now we have modern and lightweight, small plastic cameras, but in the 70s they were heavy metal. I've created a vocabulary of different styles. I draw from many different ways to take a picture. Sometimes I go back to reportage, to journalism. Most people, especially successful people, are hardworking. They want to participate. They want to do things well. You have trust in what you think. If you splinter yourself and try to please everyone, you can't. Annieleibovitz, born October 2, 1949, born in Waterbury, Connecticut. Annieleibovitz is the third of 6 children of Marilyn Edith Height and Samuel Leibovitz. She is a third-generation American. Her father was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force of Romanian Jewish heritage, and her mother was a modern dance instructor of Estonian Jewish heritage. The family moved frequently with her father's duty assignments, and she took her first pictures when he was stationed in the Philippines during the Vietnam War. Leibovitz's passion for art was born out of her mother's engagement with dance, music, and painting. While attending Northwood High School in Silver Spring, Maryland, she became interested in various artistic endeavors and began to write and play music. Annieleibovitz is an American portrait photographer best known for her portraits, particularly of celebrities, which often feature subjects in intimate settings and poses. Leibovitz's Polaroid photo of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, taken 5 hours before Lennon's murder, is considered one of Rolling Stone magazine's most famous cover photographs. The Library of Congress declared her a living legend, and she is the first woman to have a feature exhibition at Washington's National Portrait Gallery. 2018 Honorary Doctorate of Fine Arts, Rhode Island School of Design, 2016 International Photography Hall of Fame and Museum, 2015 Paez Medal of Art from VIA, 2013 Prince of Asturias Award for Communication, 2009 the Royal Photographic Society's Centenary Medal and Honorary Fellowship Honforbes in recognition of a sustained, significant contribution to the art of photography, 2003 the Lucy Awards, 1999 ADC Hall of Fame.